Looking back at the left lung, aside from the groove for the aortic arch and descending thoracic aorta, and aside from the lingula that's associated with the left upper lobe of the left lung that is created by the oblique fissure that separates the left lung into an upper and lower lobe, we also have the pulmonary ligament. And the pulmonary ligament sits inferior to the hilar region, or the inferior aspect of the mediastinal surface of the left lung. Now, the pulmonary ligament is important because it is on the left and right lungs. So the right lung, the pulmonary ligament is here, and the left lung, it's here. It's in the same respective spot on each lung. And that pulmonary ligament is made up of the visceral and parietal pleura foldings onto each other. So the pulmonary ligament is made up of both the visceral and parietal pleura. The visceral pleura is the pleura that actually lines the lung itself, and the parietal pleura is associated with lining the inner surface of the thoracic cavity. So that parietal pleura has different, it has a diaphragmatic pleura, costal pleura, mediastinal pleura, but the main distinction is that the parietal pleura lines the internal or inner portion of the thoracic cavity, whereas the visceral pleura tightly adheres to the lung itself. And aside from that pulmonary ligament, which exists on the left and right lungs, we also have a cardiac impression. Now this cardiac impression is going to sit superior to the lingula of the left upper lobe, and that cardiac impression is what its namesake implies. It's an impression on the left lung made by the heart. And this cardiac impression is therefore a concave indentation on the mediastinal surface of the left lung. And it's primarily occupied not just by the heart itself, but more specifically the left ventricle. And this cardiac notch within the cardiac impression is going to be a indentation representing the apex of the heart. And the apex of the heart is located externally on the body at the left fifth intercostal space at midclavicular line. So L for left, fifth for fifth, ICS for intercostal space, and then at MCL, MCL meaning midclavicular line. Now, aside from saying midclavicular line, we can also say about 3.5 inches away from midline. So the cardiac apex, or the apex of the heart, which is represented on the left lung by the cardiac notch, is located externally on the body at the left fifth intercostal space at midclavicular line.